What's up, everybody? Man, it's your boy, Mr. Dugas, coming at y'all with another video, man. Wow. Woo! And today, man, I'm going to talk about today's national semifinal matchup. You had the number 1 seed Virginia Cavaliers beating the number 5 seed Auburn Tigers 63-62 to advance to Monday's national championship game. So much to digest from this game, man. First off, man, it started off nip and tuck early on, man. Auburn had a 3-point lead at halftime. Then in the second half, Virginia really turned it on, where with 5 minutes left in the game, Virginia had a 10-point lead. And then Auburn went on a spectacular 14-0 run, to take a 4-point lead. Then Kyle Guy hits a 3 to cut the lead to 1. Auburn goes to the line, man. Harper goes to the line. He makes the first free throw, but then he misses the second one. Virginia is driving the ball up the court. Jerome bounces the ball off of his leg. It rolls, and then he picks it up and starts dribbling again. As then Auburn had a foul to give, had fouled him. It was a double dribble, man. I don't know how else. It's kind of similar to like the Saints and the Rams NFC Championship game. It was a pass interference that the refs missed, and the refs missed the double dribble, man. So what happens after that is Virginia inbounds the ball to Kyle Guy, and he's shooting a fadeaway 3, and he's fouled by Deiondre as time expires. So they put 0.6 of a second left. Down 3, Kyle Guy for Virginia is going to the free throw line to shoot 3 free throws, yo. Is it kind of a touch foul? Kind of, but it's a foul. It wasn't blatant, but it was a foul. The double dribble was way more blatant than the foul. You know what I'm saying? But they called it, man. But even with that being said, man, I want to give a shout out to Kyle Guy, man. He went up there and he knocked down all 3 of those free throws, man. That is pressure beyond pressure, man. And for him in an NCAA tournament, man, where I've seen young men miss clutch free throws all tournament. Just the other end, like Harper missed a big free throw. He's an 80-some% free throw shooter, and he missed one. And I know, and it's tough for that young man because I know he's gonna think of that. But he make that free throw, worst case scenario, the game goes to overtime. When you think about Virginia versus Purdue, you got Klein, who couldn't miss a 3 against Tennessee, and he misses a free throw against Virginia that would have put the game away, put him up 4, and ended the game, basically. Auburn did the same thing against New Mexico State, but the guy for New Mexico State didn't make all the free throws. You know what I'm saying? So for him to go up there, man, with his team down, basically that's the end of the game because it's like 0.6 of a second left, and he makes all 3 of them, yo. And none of them rattled in or nothing. Like he shot it in. He didn't leave no doubt. These free throws are going in, yo. And then Auburn had a desperation play at the end, and it didn't work out. And Virginia gets the win, man. For Virginia, man, Deiondre Hunter stepped up big in the second half for him. In the first half, he didn't really do much at all. And the last couple of games, he didn't do much. Well, I was questioning, I seen a bunch of mock drafts where they had him up there, as a lottery pick. And I was like, this guy ain't no lottery pick to be. I ain't watched Virginia all year, obviously. But the little bit I watched in the tournament, I'm like, man, this dude ain't no lottery pick. But, apparently he's a great defender. And, he did his thing in the second half. He played physical. Jerome shot the ball very well, And Kyle Guy, man, to say he was really struggling early on with his shot in this tournament, in the Elite 8 against Purdue. And today he really was knocking his shots down. And for Auburn, man, Bryce Brown, after having a very, very quiet game, he came on extremely strong at the end, man, and started really knocking down shots and helped bring Auburn all the way back. But it's tough, man. It's tough. You know, you hate to see games end like this, man. You hate to see games end like this, man. You know, people not perfect. Officials are not perfect. You know, I get mad with officials too when they blow calls that I felt like was obvious against my teams. But I mean, they make mistakes just like coaches make bad coaching decisions and players miss free throws. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it was a double dribble, man. They call that double dribble. Auburn is playing Monday night, but obviously they didn't. And you know, maybe they could have let the foul go, but I mean, he fouled them, but I mean, they called it. But even with all that being said, man, the difference in the game, besides the call, man, when you take all the officiating and all that out of the game, the difference is the game, man. Kyle Guy went 3 for 3 at the free throw line at the end, and Jared Harper went 1 for 2. I mean, it sucks to put it that way, but like that's what it is. That's just what it is, man. Um, you know, shout out to Virginia, man. Good win, you know, especially last year being the first #1 seed, you know, ever to fall to a 16 seed and to turn around this season and at least get to a national championship game. You know, that speaks to the resiliency of Tony Bennett and his program, man. So shout out to them for that and for Auburn, man, for Charles Barkley, you know, my fellow SEC brothers, you know. I know it sucks. I know. It sucks and it's unfortunate, man, but y'all, Auburn had a great run, man. That's a great run for Auburn, man. I mean, I remember when LSU beat them earlier this season, man, in the PMAC. We was down 16, came back, beat them. I never in my wildest imagines thought like Auburn was a team capable of going to the Final Four. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never would have thought that during that game. But for them to go on the run they did, man, you know, their first ever Final Four and nearly like basically centimeters away from, you know, getting to a national championship. It's a good run for them, man, and they represented the SEC well. But with that being said, man, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Go and give me a subscribe, man. I'm gonna have NCAA content, man, throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Go Tigers.